Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. My name is Cliff Altabelli. A lot of you guys have seen a video I made not too long ago, and I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, just tell you how deeply just humbled I am on the response and just the love that was shown to me, and how much it was shared, and just all the views, and just, man, I'm telling you what, it was awesome. It really blessed me, and I hope it blessed you. And I'm just thankful that the Lord used it, and He's using a lot of different things right now. But I just wanted to thank you guys for all the love that you showed to me over the last few days. It's amazing, awesome. And I think we needed that. We needed some of that, right? And we still do. But I wanted to say that, guys, I do have kind of a little 10, 15 minute message here I wanted to give you. I've been doing a lot of praying, a lot of fasting, big time, and received another message from the Lord, okay? And so I just want to share it with you, okay? The Lord kind of told me this morning. He's like, hey, we got something. He kind of told me last night, and here it came this morning. So just want to share with you. So just check it out. Kick back, relax. You guys probably want, man, it's beautiful out here. It is. I live in Cookeville, Tennessee. It is like 78 degrees and sunny. It's beginning of November. It's absolutely amazing. At my next door neighbor's house, I literally live right next door. He's got a beautiful pond. I love using this place to do some videos. So anyways. All right, first off the bat, I'm going to share something with you guys. I do have a ministry, Joshua David Ministries. Some of you that are new haven't seen me before. The website's getting launched today. I had an old website. We kind of done some revamping, but check it out. In the next couple days. I do a lot of different types. It is a prophetic ministry. I do a lot of Daniel teaching, Revelation teaching, guest speak at different churches. I'm more of an evangelist, okay? And I love going on mission trips and stuff like that. So that's what I do. It's called Joshua David Ministries. But let's get right to the chase here. I don't really like talking about myself. Okay, so hey, we've seen over definitely the last year or so, in our nation, that our system is flawed, right? Really, a lot of the laws are flawed. And I know I'm a police officer. I obey the law. I work for White County Sheriff's Department. That's what I do. But we can see that some of the things and laws, and even parts of the Constitution, the amendments to the Constitution, has been taken advantage of, right? Taken advantage of. And so we have seen definitely that the system can be flawed. It can be worked to other advantages, right? So we have an issue with that. While we also know that a certain sector of our government, and name them out, I ain't scared, so they say, the Democrats, they really seem to hold, and I'm not saying, Republicans do the same thing, I won't say that, but it seems that side really holds to the Babylonian system, okay? And they are really headed toward that more than the other side, so to speak. And one thing about them that you got to give them credit for is that they are united. And I mean, they are united. And I want you to kind of compare that to the times of the Tower of Babel. You guys know about the Tower of Babel, about Nimrod and his wife, Semiramis. They built the Tower of Babel. One of the things that the Lord said, if you remember in Genesis, He said that the people are united. And because of this, nothing that they set out to do will be impossible for them. So He had to act. He had to do something, right? And He ended up scattering them abroad, okay? And so you see in our nation that there is a certain sector that is completely united. And what's scary, super scary, is that they are not only united, but they are controlling and have united with most of all your media outlets. Okay, there is a couple of stations you can watch that may tell the true news, but generally you are being fed something. It is an agenda. It is what they want you to hear. Okay, and we have seen it definitely over this last year. Facebook's on that bandwagon, Twitter, even YouTube. Some of are censoring some of the stuff that is going against the grain. And a lot of you watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of our posts, a lot of different things have been being screened. Oh, this is fake, or this isn't true, and even though it really is. So you see the writing on the wall. We're going down the wrong path. The system is in place, and they're trying to force feed it. The Babylonian system, okay? And this is bigger than just America. This is a worldwide thing. So let's talk about that for a second. Okay, let's talk about the worldwide thing. We know that this whole thing started back in March, and it was a world epidemic. Okay, I just want you to know a couple things. We have some major nations on the planet. All right, one of those being the United States. Okay, and we have some other pretty major nations, but you could say for the most part the main three are what? China, Russia, and the U.S. And guys, we are considered I don't know about anymore, but we are still considered the nation of the cross, a Christian nation, a force of good in this world. Okay, and we've kind of been the world police for the last, I don't even know, since World War II. And the Lord has blessed us for this, okay? But we see the writing on the wall with different things that has been happening over the course of the last 20, 30 years. Okay, the United Nations is a big deal. Okay, and they're the cause of a lot of issues we're having. At first, yeah, maybe they were good, but it has turned to the worst where they are trying to have this dominated world, one world order, one world system. Okay, and if you've noticed over the past 4 years, President Donald Trump has called out the United Nations, has called out NATO, has been against China, has, verbally just not going along with the system of what was going on with the previous, the Obama administration and the Clintons and what's been going on for, it seems like 15, 20 years. Okay? And so there's some fight back. And I know what took place, the epidemic is a world problem. But you can see that it has been used politically, okay? And it all starts at the top with the elite. We know that they are using this because we are not going along with the system. They want somebody in place that's going to go along with the system. The one world order, the Babylonian system. Getting closer, we're in the last days. So there's a setup that needs to happen in order for that tribulation period to take place, okay? We're not in that yet. We're getting close. We can feel the birth pains. And I talked to some other people, some other prophets, some other pastors and priests, and really hardcore studiers, and just men of God, really. And there's some saying, well, if Trump stays in, and that could fulfill some prophetic stuff. But let me tell you something, and they're right. But let me tell you something else. If he does stay in, or if he does stay in, then it's not fulfilling some of the other prophetic stuff that needs to happen. Some of the prophecies of the end times. Okay, so just be mindful of that, guys. I'm all about it. I want to preserve what we have as long as we can. Christian morals, Christian values. Doing the right thing. And you know what those are. I don't have to name them all out. Okay. But it seems like things have been going to the wayside. Okay. So let's go back to something real quick. And I want to show you just a couple examples. A couple examples of what's been going on in our nation. Okay. And a lot of you guys remember, at least I do, I was shared it a couple different times. There was this guy that had a vision and a dream, right? He had a vision and a dream, and he talked about different months of the year, and he came to like July, and he said the Lord's fist pounded the paper or the calendar, Then he got to September and he pounded the calendar. Then he got to November, he pounded the calendar. A lot of you guys have seen that. I know I've seen it a couple times. It was shared all over the place. And I just want to let you know that he did have a prophetic vision, prophetic dream from the Lord. And a lot of people are saying, well, nothing happened in September. And what's going on? Something did happen in September. And this is kind of something that you need to know. If you don't know, and a lot of you do. And a lot of you, well, conspiracy theories and this and that and everything. But let's just, guys, listen. There was an opportunity for the media to expose something. What was that expose? Most of you guys already know. Right? I know the Q movement and stuff like that. Yeah, some of that is true. You got to weed in through. You got to discern, right? You got to discern. But that is the adrenochrome scandal. Okay, that was very suppressed by the media. Okay, also we had a lot of this pedophile, all this Epstein Island stuff that was coming out, and we had a lot of name dropping. We had a lot of people, and we have a lot of proof of people going there and doing certain rituals and doing certain things. There was an opportunity there in September is when it really started to come up, right? There was an opportunity there to really expose all this stuff, but the media suppressed it, right? The media suppressed it. Facebook's taking it off, Twitter's taking it off. Even if you use Google as your search engine, right? They were taking it off too. You couldn't find it unless you went into Yahoo. Then you would be able to find out some more information. They were suppressing the information. They didn't want this to come out because they knew it was going to drive a wedge in the upcoming election. Kind of like what's going on, what happened with the Biden scandal and his son. Okay, they suppressed it. They're not talking about it. This is what I'm talking about when they are united. This is scary when they're united, because like the Lord said, there's nothing that they cannot do when they're united, so he's got to act. It's the Lord is going to have to do something, just like he's going to have to do something now. Okay, so I just want you to be familiar with that, Just want you to be familiar with that. And I know, this and that, that's what they say, and this. Hey, guys, just telling you the truth, man. Just telling you straight up truth. There's something in back of what I just talked about. Okay, it's not just, everything you hear is not all just made up lies. There is some truth behind a lot of what I just said on that. So anyways, let's go back. Kind of talking, and I'm looking at some notes, guys. I don't want to get off what the Lord has wanted me to say. I don't really want to put in too much of what I want. I just want to do what he wants to do. But listen, and I said it on the last video, Donald Trump is not going along with the worldly system. He is not going along with the great harlot and the Antichrist system that they are trying to shove down our throats here, okay? And so they're doing anything to get him out. Guys, this is all about trying to get the one world trade, the one world thing going, okay? I need you to think beyond just what's going on in our country. This began in a worldwide thing, trying to suffocate one of the world powers into kind of realigning back with what they want to do. Or better yet, trying to get us out of the equation so they can really do what they want to do. Like I said, we are a force of good, the last force of good as a powerful nation in the world. And so that's no good. That's no good for the harlot, the Antichrist, and Satan system. So in order for some of these things to happen, we're going to have to be out of the equation. And it's going to happen soon. Okay, so real quick, I want to encourage you that the fact that we still have a job to do. Okay? We still have a job to do as a church, as Christians. Okay? We can't quit. We can't throw in the towel. Some people are bummed out. But listen, there's still hope. We still have a job to do, and we don't know what's going to play out, okay? The reason why I talked about some of the media suppressing some stuff, we may come out with, there was some bunch of scandals going on in some of these count rooms and with the election and these falsified ballots and all this kind of stuff. And I believe a lot of that probably does happen. I think it's been happening for years, we've heard stories, or even back in the 1800s and how they were trying to sway votes and stuff like that with doing stuff. But we're going to find out that this probably was on a bigger scale. But is the media going to suppress it? Is our own media and our own, this system that we've kind of indoctrinated here, going to suppress it? It seems that people don't even care to know the truth anymore. About 50%. We are a divided nation. And are they going to suppress it to the fact where the Lord can't reveal this to us? Just like back in September, that should have revealed a lot of stuff, really pinpointed the idolatry that was going on in our nation, but it didn't happen. And it should have happened, and we wouldn't be sitting here today. We'd actually be hanging out, giving each other high fives, but we're not right now. It's the battle, like I said, this is a war, and it began way back when, as soon as he got in office, right? Especially it revved up here in March. So is this going to happen? I don't know. But like I said, I've been talking to a lot of prophets, a lot of people out there, the guys have said Donald Trump was going to win. That's what the Lord said, okay? And they're standing firm to that, okay? And I believe that too, to a certain point, but right now it's in the Lord's hands. We can't do anything about it right now. It's all up to the Lord. And it's going to be his final say and his final decision which way his hand goes. Okay? Is he going to act and do this? Or has he said, you know what? I'm just going to let them have what they want. I'm tired of playing this game. And it very well could happen. And if it does, we have got to gear up and get ready for what is going to happen. And a lot of you know, a lot of the videos I have shown and a lot of the posts I do, you guys know I'm a warning type of person. Okay, that is my ministry, one of the major parts of my ministry. And that is, if it doesn't work out, you know, the Lord has promised that he would not judge us, our nation, during the reign of Donald Trump. Okay, which is a good thing. But if he doesn't get in, that means the clock is ticking. We will be judged for the sins of our nation, much like Israel was judged by the Assyrian Empire, or Judah was judged by the Babylonian Empire. We will, in fact, be judged in the same way. Okay, and it's coming. Our time is due. He's given us some extra time. I'm hoping he gives us a little more time. But he did promise that he wouldn't do it during the reign of Donald Trump. Okay? But if for some reason that doesn't work out, then we got to change our mind frame here, because judgment is coming to our nation. And you've seen the writing on the wall. You've seen Donald Trump. I mean, he's calling out China left and right. Guys, China is our main issue. That will be the Lord's tool of judgment. Okay? It will be China. And you guys need to know that. Okay? I've talked about it before, when we were at a crossroads in our nation in 2008 under the Obama administration. Where did we run to? Where did we run to help save us? Our economy and everything else. Who did we run to? We ran to China to bail us out. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. And you'll see in your Bibles, when they run to the nations of the world, instead of running to the Lord, it's not good. And so the Lord's going to use that very nation to judge us. And you can see the writing on the wall. Hey, this is going to happen. Guys, listen. If there was a call to arms against us versus them, I mean, they got, what, 1 billion people? We got 340 million. I mean, it's not even a contest, man. All right. But I want to give you some encouragement on this. I don't want to be a doom and gloom type of thing. You know, I want to, trying to inspire you, trying to give you encouragement. But the fact of the matter is we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Okay? And like I said, I've talked to a lot of the other people out there, and they haven't gotten a word from the Lord. It's kind of like this waiting period. And so I just want to give you an update of what was going on. Okay? But like I said, we still have work to do, no matter what. And the Lord can still perform a miracle. The Lord can do anything he wants. I full on believe that. And I'm hoping and praying for the absolute best. But we just need to be aware of what's going to happen if it doesn't work out. Okay? And you'll hear me, guys, a lot of guys prophesy, oh, this is going to happen for sure, 100%. You'll know through when I'm serious about something. You guys will know. Just like the judgment thing. That's going to happen. Okay? But like, we're at a crossroads right now. And so, will God intercede? Will God act? That's what we're waiting for, right? That's what we're waiting for. So let's pray. Let's keep hoping for the mighty ones to come down in Jesus Christ. He is like our DA, right? He's fighting for us up there. He's in the courts of heaven. It's in the courts of heaven right now. It is. It's in the courts of heaven. And so we're waiting for that mallet to come down to see what the Lord's going to do, right? And so we got to keep praying. We got to keep going. Who knows what's going to happen? I know we're watching a lot of things out there. This is going on, that's going on. And is it going to be revealed? Is it going to be where it is the media is going to allow it, some of this truth to come out? I hope so. I hope so. It seems like we only got 1 or 2 stations that's actually on our side, but even them, I mean, they kind of dropped the ball on a few things, okay? I don't want to get into other stuff like that, but regardless, guys, we still got a job to do. We got to lift our heads up high, okay? We are children of God. So what does the Lord say when something doesn't work out? You go to a town, you go to a village, you go to a nation, and things just don't work out. What do you say? He says, dust yourself off, and move on. Put your head up. You are a prince or a princess of the Most High God. Okay? So you need to act like it, right? We don't stoop down to the other person's level. We don't hit low blows. We are heavenly. So we're going to take it. We're going to take it for now, right? And there will be a time when we will rise up. Okay? But let's let this play out. I love you guys. Hey, and once again, thank you guys for watching that video a few days ago, and the response is just overwhelming. Awesome. I love you guys. Jesus is number one. Have a good one.